So, of course, I'm sure you've heard of the Barbara Streisand effect.
Barbara Streisand effect.
The more you try and hide something from the public that is already public, the more they will seek it out and share it.
Oh. This is true.
Yeah, Google the Barbara Streisand effect.
Katie, yes, this is the U.S.
This is the USA.
Yes.
Elfinblade Sting said her YouTube channel was constantly recommended. I liked her friend Carrie, and I thought Niche spoke unkindly to her. Then Carrie disappeared, and I was curious to find out what the hell was going on. So, David, why don't you tell us what you want to tell? David, hello.
Would you like to hear my story?
Yeah, sure. Is your mic up? Is there? Because we can't hear you. David, are you there? You're on the chat.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want to tell the story? Your story?
Yeah. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello,
right,
David.
so I'm gonna give you a quick. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. I am one of the top jewelry and glass sellers on Poshmark. JDA Collectibles is a friend of mine that's in here. We both work together on Poshmark. I'm one of the top volume sellers on. Yeah.
So she trashed you publicly on a live, didn't she?
I kind of know that she purchased some items from you, and then for some reason she wasn't happy with the items, so she went on her live and destroyed you. Correct, David?
There's a real bad delay, y'all. So basically,
is your sound down behind you?
She said that I sold her a bunch of bullshit, and she bought $500 worth of mystery bags for me. All she did was open up one of the jewelry boxes, and she wasn't happy with all the merchandise, but she didn't show the other $450 worth of merchandise that she bought from me. So we actually have civil litigation against her for slander and defamation of character, and she has been served.
If you guys can hit the like button too, and let's get it up. We got 183 in our chat. It would be nice, since Funky's letting us use the chat tonight. Charlie's Angel said, "Is Niche Lady S mom or something? Someone from his side to start more crap?" I don't understand that. Yes.
It would appear that way, but no.
No, she's she's not related to E. Oh, E. She's not related to E at all. She's just another person that's very similar. Very, very similar. And the nonprofit she started was to help women who were struggling from divorce and homelessness to start over and to learn a trade and reselling and stuff. And she would ask during her sales, her online sales, if you could round up so it would go to the Niche Lady Foundation, which we all found out never existed.
Not only that, but the people that she did get recruited were just like put to work for her. Here, list this, take a photo, off you go, list my stuff.
Right. And what her channel is, it's a reselling channel where she goes shopping at thrift stores and picks up little things, and then she sells them. So it's Goodwill shopping. It's different thrift
She
stores.
buys junk.
And what she does, and what her group of buyers are very old ladies who are on extremely tight incomes, and she marks her stuff up so high that she's taking advantage of these older women. But she again reminds us of someone we know, and she is very Christian. So she pushes that side of the coin, but in her dealings with people, it's not Christian at all. Betty, where are you? You need to start talking here.
She's in the chat.
Oh, Betty needs
She's
to
down there in the chat. We're going to trade
Passing
back
out
and
the
forth.
donuts.
Okay.
That way there's room.
Okay. So, who else is in here that would like
Mima,
to?
is there more people that you want up here?
Well, I don't know if Carrie wants to come up or not. Desert Mermaid, if you want to come up, I can kind of tell her story. And I wish, Val, you'd come up. I know you're driving, but you can pull over for 5 minutes and tell your story.
Is that Kennedy's Castle? Because I seen a message
Yes,
here. Okay.
Kennedy's Castle. If she could come up, they could give more history about who she is. I'll tell you what happened with Carrie, though, who is our dear friend Desert Mermaid. Carrie worked under Niche for her and did her grunt work. She would package up what she sold. She would clean what she sold, store what she sold. She dealt with her online stuff, and she did a lot of work for her. And she also started, Niche also started, which is the history, she started a thrift store in Las Vegas. And the thrift store's premise was that it was kind of like a non-profit thrift store. So she had a couple of non-profits in the area bring their goods there so they could sell them through her thrift store, which of course she got a profit from. And she got a discount when she bought their stuff too. And she used her employee discount too. But she used the thrift store and had the nonprofit bring their stuff in. And then she sold other thrifted stuff there. And then she had some other people who were resellers have booths and little rooms there to resell their items. And Carrie had a booth in her thrift store. And Carrie was her friend. And Carrie was treated very, very poorly from her. And when Niche wanted her people there to use a tax form that said they were employees of her instead of renting a booth, so she could charge them taxes too while they rented a booth there, a few of them didn't like that and decided to leave. Carrie, there's a... Bucky will put in the link. It's right there. And you can hit the link and you can come in. So when Carrie left, because things were going bad, a bunch of people all left at the same time, the thrift store, they were all horribly treated, and stories were told about them. Some of them received death threats because of her people. And she created a story that is the most horrible story. And I almost want to cry because Carrie's my friend now. But she created a story about an extreme loss that Carrie experienced with the death of her sister, which was a suicide. And the niche lady told people that it was her fault that her sister unalived herself.
Hi, you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, my darlings.
Oh, my baby, I love you.
You look wonderful.
Thank Carol. Can I tell you how much I love you? I just want you to know. And so I love Carol's videos. I know. Can you see?
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
laying
you
on
so
the bed.
much.
Guys,
Of
this is
course.
Carrie.
Hi, guys.
This is the lady I just explained to you.
Hello, Carrie.
Hi, my darlings. Hi, everybody. So yes, I'm laying on a bed, so forgive the fan and everything behind me, and my hair looks like a disaster. I'm sorry. But yes, Carol, thank you for my bat videos. I always make her do the fruit bats because I love them.
I'll try and do some more for you, darling.
I love them. So hi, everybody. I'm Carrie, the Desert Mermaid. I'll give you a quick. So I'm just going to tell you, I started my YouTube channel after I left, and I don't talk about her or anything about her on my channel because I want my channel to be pure and have nothing to do with her because I don't want her making money off of me, my stories, etc. So I know they're like, please talk about it, and I'm like, I'm don't talk about her on my channel because I don't want that freaking drama. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the story. I'll start at the beginning. I worked for her for 3 weeks in a thrift store called Dinosaur and Roses a few years before I actually worked for her. I worked there for only 3 weeks because, and I should have, who doesn't learn their lesson? I didn't learn my lesson. She was kind of not the nicest boss. And I'm like, I don't need money this bad to work like a day and a half for this grumpy lady. So I had a booth at another antique mall, Charleston Antique Mall. It's absolutely fabulous. I love it. And just, I can't read comments, so I apologize. I'll go back to comments later. So I was at the antique mall because when you work the antique mall, you have to work a day there, whatever, or, whatever.
We all know she's allergic to work.
Oh, we know that. So she came in and there was somebody buying like over $1,000 worth of stuff from the antique mall. I'm like, who's this crazy person spending this much money? And it turned out to be her. So I saw her and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know you. And she's like, oh, I know you. And we were just chatting. And she's like, I don't know, we were just chatting about something. And she's like, oh, is there any chance you'd want a part-time job? And I'm like, maybe. So I ended up starting to work for her. I only worked 2 days a week. So I moved to Vegas 8 years ago. This was 4 years ago when this happened. And I only wanted to work very part-time because I was partially retired. And I really didn't want to have a full-time job. I was tired of it. And I really enjoyed my antique mall booth. So I ended up starting to work for her. And I worked in the house 2 houses before the Scorpion house. So she lived in this home. It was after the lady that lost the $11,000 and 2 before the Scorpion house. This house, she definitely was a hoarder. I worked in the garage, and it was, Vegas in the summer. It was 100 degrees in that garage when I was working in there packing up her orders. It was god awful. And I worked only 2 days, because that's all that I really wanted to work. So she also hired another really lovely young lady named Danielle, and there was another girl. Well, my lovely daughter became pregnant. I was coming home in October because my daughter was having our lovely Joni in October. And, she had to move at that point. Her lease was up and she had to move to the house because, why do you think? She got in a fight with the daughter of the mother that owned the house. They didn't want her in the house anymore. And I'm going to tell you, her dogs pooped everywhere in that house, all over rugs, all over the living room. She didn't clean the poop up. It was her. She's a very bad hoarder. So those 2 girls had to move her. She had like a big storage thing and they moved all of her crap into that thing. Then after she moved, guess what she did? She fired Danielle and that other girl. They were both fired. So it was absolutely, gross in there. So when I came back after my daughter had the baby, she was in the new house, which was the one before the Scorpion house. And it was absolutely a beautiful home, pool in the yard. And, of course, she started filling it up again. And this was also the time when she had like 8 guinea pigs and she started getting all the 8,000 birds that lived in her daughter's room, which was, to me, maybe you don't put 15 birds in your kid's room. I don't know. Dangerous, not good for the baby, for her child, her daughter. Very creepy. So I worked in there and I ended up picking up another day. And just so you know, she paid me $10 an hour. She wasn't paying me thousands of dollars like she says. Oh, I gave Carrie all this money and all this stuff, and I took her to dinner all the time. And blah, 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 blah. No, did not do any of that. I was making a measly $10. Then she raised me to 11. Okay, so $11 an hour.
Oh my God!
Whatever will you do?
I'm telling you. So I was doing her shipping, and then I was in charge of her email. And I was in charge of her inventory, like keeping record of inventory, which I didn't mind that. It was like kind of fun. And I also, as we all know, she doesn't know jewelry. I did her jewelry shows. I put her jewelry shows together because I too love jewelry. And she didn't know anything about jewelry. And she would put tarnished, missing stones, all that crappy stuff up. And I'm like, you can't do that with vintage costume jewelry. Your jewelry has to be perfect or forget it, right? Oh, you're showing? Yeah, right, Kara.
The clusterfuck earrings.
Anyway, that's what I love it. That's what I was doing for her in the customer service because she would answer people and she was so nasty to people. And I'm like, you can't.
And Carrie, she
that's
has
not
no
customer
business
service.
selling jewelry.
We know. Or
She
talking
doesn't
to
like
people.
it. She doesn't wear it. She has no business with it.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know the name brands. She doesn't know. She didn't test anything ever. So whenever I did her jewelry shows, I would put marked 925, but not tested, because I was trying to make her say that. Because I'm like, you can't claim that and not say you didn't test it. You can't do that. So that's why
she
I
was
felt
even
Deb.
too dumb to cover her own ass, basically.
Yeah. So that's why, I felt really bad for Deb about that, because I'm like, gosh, I know she didn't know. She never paid attention to the names, because I was trying to tell her, oh, these are really good names. And she's like, oh, okay, whatever. Because it was somebody else doing it. She didn't have to do that, So we had another lovely lady named Dottie that worked with us. And she was going to make Dottie was the manager, quotation marks, and I was just the lady that did the rest of the stuff. She had Dottie start the 503c again for the Niche Foundation, but it was never finished. She never finished it. So she Dottie used to work with her at the Dinosaur and Roses. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, this is kindness. Hey, I'm so happy you're here. Everybody in the chat though, we're all so lost. Like, we don't know who Danielle is, and can you kind of just give like a backstory of like where you came from and all the things real quick? Like, I'm so sorry.
Like what do you mean, like where I came from? Like, what do you mean, where I used to live? Or
No,
what?
no. Like, so we're all just so confused. Like, we don't know who Deb is or Danielle or any of the things.
Well, Deb is the lady that did the video. I was only talking about her because I felt bad for her. Okay. Danielle was one of the previous workers that got fired after she moved her from the dog crap house.
Okay. In Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. Kindness. I don't know if you came in late, and there's some other people who've come in late, but we
Deb
made
is
an announcement that we're not going to talk about the other person because there's some legal issues going on.
No, we're aware of that. Yeah.
Okay. So this person that we're talking about, her name is the Niche Lady. She has a YouTube channel, and she's a reseller on YouTube and on other places. Okay. So what was your question?
Yeah, let me know if there's a question. I'm sorry. It's like I can kind of see like the whatever. I can kind of see it to a degree. But if I'm just talking about like my experience with her, what I can tell you, and that's about it. So I don't have any legal issues with her. I have no legal issues with her. So
we're just talking. We're just having people who she's kind of screwed over come and tell their
okay.
story.
I think that was our question. Was like, okay, so who is this lady in connection with this niche lady from Vegas, right? Okay,
right.
Gotcha. That makes
So
sense. Okay, cool.
Right.
We're having people who she's hurt come up.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Okay. It's all full circle. Okay, I think we got it now. I think me and Midwest
Okay.
Mom were trying to like piece it together. Okay, I'll go back to the chat now so I can answer their questions.
No, that's okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you so
There's
much.
just other people that we don't even know that you guys don't even know about that got screwed over. That's kind of my point, I guess.
Perfect.
So,
okay.
This
And
lady died.
Kennedy's Castle says for Carrie to talk long till I get home. They're going to come on the panel.
Yes,
And
she can
if we
come on
run
and
out of
her
things
piece.
to say, we can tell the story about 75 miles an hour on the freeway.
Oh my gosh, she's a goof. I love Val.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have her up here.
Totally fun, and she's got good stories. So we get to the house before the Scorpion house, and again, there was a lovely lady, Dottie, that she hired that she used to work with at that thrift store. I also worked with her. She was trying to do the 503c. She made her like quotation mark manager, and Dottie got me up to $12 an hour. Dottie helped me ship, and she helped her. Dottie used to list items for her on Cherish and on eBay. Well, Dottie had like a back issue, a really bad back issue. And I'm speaking for her, but she's a lovely lady. So again, because of all of her complaining, she complained a lot about the house again to the landlord. And I actually said to her, I'm like, maybe you don't want to complain so much because look at what happened last time. They didn't let you renew your lease. And she got mad at me for saying that to her, right? Because she has all these really high expectations, but she tears a house up. She tears a house up with all the 8,000 animals and everything. So the year goes by. Again, they will not renew the lease. So she has to move. And this is when she goes to the Scorpion house. At this time on YouTube, she's doing her shows every day. She's making $40,000 a month because she tells us, she brags about it, tells us, even though I make $12 an hour. So she has.
So how did you guys go to lunch?
Oh God. She paid for dinner for a few times, but I also paid for dinner for her for a few times. And Dottie, who helped her move to the new house, once we got to the Scorpion house, she let Dottie go and fired her. So Dottie was out of job, and then Dottie ended up with bad back
issues.
Wow.
Because I don't call her.
Okay,
She
I gotta throw
asked her if
something
she
in.
could give her paperwork. Go ahead.
Some of our folks are saying, "Hey, we want to see some videos."
Well,
I don't.
These guys are into the meat and potatoes now. No, they're playing, but
oh, okay.
She has
just
a
so you
lot
know,
of
you got to cross to them now. There you go, Midwest. I asked.
There are a lot of videos that she puts up. Believe me, and every
Yeah.
time she gets caught in her bullshit, she'll break down and start crying.
She cries.
She'll
Who
cry.
cries on camera?
She cries
Who
on
cries
camera.
on camera?
She cries
You
on
explain
camera
that to
a
me?
lot.
Who does that?
Well,
Takes a
she
picture of
does.
themselves crying. I know.
And
but
the dry begging, help me pay my bills. Oh, send my daughter to modeling school. Or buy my son a new gaming system.
yeah.
I put my teeth in, look.
Bygone, the Scorpion house was called the Scorpion house because it was a $6,000 a month or so.
It was $5,000 a month.
What? How much?
$5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month rental in Las Vegas that she was renting, and
It
she
wasn't
decided she didn't want to be there anymore. So she created this whole problem with Scorpions.
Wasn't lived in for a while, and the Scorpions ended up coming into the house. It was creepy.
And so instead of trying to get rid of the scorpions, she tried to sue the landlord for the scorpions and get out of the lease.
And there was the other lady was paying her rent.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's another lady who was paying her
Me.
rent
That
for
was
the
the
house.
lady for me. That was the lady. She was in 2019 or so. That was before
Yeah.
the dog
Oh, that was
house.
before? Oh, okay. That was
Oh,
another
okay.
rental. There was
Correct.
another lady who paid her rent for another rental, not this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I that was after me because I
It's so
ended
confusing. All the
Scorpion.
people that
It is
she's
so confusing.
used up for
I
money.
know.
Appalling.
So
Absolutely
well,
appalling.
she was making 40 to 50,000 a month on YouTube. I'm not kidding. And then Whatnot paid her 5,000 a month to do 2 shows a week. And then she had her online auctions every week that she was making about $2,000. She had a lot of money coming in. A lot of money coming in. So somebody asked who Dottie was. Dottie was a previous worker who ended up getting fired when she finished the move to the Scorpion house. That was Dottie.
Okay.
Another person you never really heard of.
Carrie.
Midwest Mama 2 wants to know, was Carrie the head of HR? Just asking.
No, I was some little peon that just apparently just a peon that just did customer service because I hate.
Has she used you up
These are a few
and
things
cast you
that bothered
aside?
me. There's a few things that like bothered me that she did. Lots of people sent her presents and lovely gifts. And here's my mother's jewelry. Sell it for your niche foundation. She never looked at any of those packages. I opened them and I'm the one that sent the thank you notes. One package that made me really sad in particular, some woman, when she moved into the Scorpion house, this lovely lady sent her a beautiful like thing to put out in her garden at the Scorpion house. She didn't even open it, didn't even look at it. I tried to show it to her. She's like, yeah, whatever. I sent a note to the daughter because I was like, this is so sweet, right? And I'm pretending I'm her. I'm like, this is fabulous. Thank you so much. You're such a doll. And I sent a message to this lovely family. The daughter wrote back to me and she's like, I'm so glad she liked it. My mom passed away 2 days
Oh my
ago.
God.
And she didn't even look at it, right?
No.
I'm like, oh my God. She was just heartless. And it's like, at this time, I was like, I got to get out of here because she would talk about me behind my back to Rebecca. She would talk to Rebecca like me about Rebecca. She didn't want any employees to be friends. She'd always talk behind our backs to the other ones to make sure that none of us were friends. So this is when Rebecca came on. She got her after she left Dog Junkies. And this is when she was looking for the store. Okay. So we're in
Dog
the store.
Junkies is a thrift store in Las Vegas that is a nonprofit for animal rescue.
And Rebecca's the one that found the nonprofits that were going to be part of the, the good stuff store. Rebecca's the one that found all those nonprofits. Rebecca,
Carrie,
yeah.
Kind wins
I love
always.
you. I love you, but we're kind of rambling.
Okay.
So can
I
we
don't know
get
how-
down to maybe
All right. I'll
what
just
happened after you left working for her? Because you're saying a lot of stuff about people that a lot of people don't even know who they are.
And I have a comment really quick. Kind wins always, says Carrie. You need to tell the story fully. None of us know who Danny L is, etc. Little bit more background, I guess, is what they're wanting.
Well, that Danielle was just another worker that got fired after she helped her move. That's who she was. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but all right, I'll just get to the thrift store. I'll make this like quick 5 minutes and leaving and out the door, and that's it. So the thrift store, she looks for a thrift store. She finds a thrift store. It's not in the greatest neighborhood. Oh my gosh. Everybody did all this work. Rebecca's husband is the one that basically
You're breaking up.
and she doesn't like to pay people. She took forever to pay Rebecca's husband after he did like put up the shelving on the walls, put up flooring. He did so much stuff. She was being a jerk about paying him. She put like this originally she was trying to sell us on the idea that, oh, wouldn't this be great to have a thrift store with the booths in there? Who's going to want to buy from an antique mall booth when you could go right over here to like right outside your door and buy something for, thrifty instead of buying, antique mall prices, right? It was not the greatest idea to do that. And none of us were going in business with her. That's a freaking lie. Somebody said that, oh, all these people were going to go in business with me, blah, blah, blah. No, she rented rooms to us. I paid $500 a freaking month to have that room. And
Wow.
then she wouldn't let me set my room up because I was working for her. She put me up to 4 days plus the weekend driving her kids to horseback riding, which I didn't get paid for. I did videos with her, which I didn't get paid for any of that. She's just not a nice person. And then the constant talking behind your back. Rebecca has cried so many times at that store. I'm like, Rebecca, you need to quit. And she did not quit. But anyway, so I had enough, and I'm like, you know what? I'm giving my notice. I can't take this anymore. I'm not a negative person, and I don't even really like talking all this stuff. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite. But I just sent her a very simple notice. I'm like, because I used to see Mikey and Sonny thrifting together and putting their booth together, and I was like jealous of it because I'm like, I want my time back. So I sent her a note and I said, I'm sorry, I'm giving my notice. I just really want my time back to be able to do what I want to do. I have a grandbaby now and I want to be able to visit my granddaughter and, do my trade shows. I wish you the best. Take care. Thank you for all your time. And don't reach out to me right now. I need a few weeks to get my thoughts together. She's the kind of person you can't let back in because she'll reel you back in. So I kind of cut her off right there. I blocked her on my phone. I blocked her on email. I blocked her on Facebook. I blocked her in whatnot. I blocked her everywhere that I had contact with her. And I haven't spoken to her since. And I, like everybody else, for some reason, after I left, I was like a nervous wreck about seeing her. She's all smoke and no action. We know that. But it's like she messes with you and gaslights you so much that you're just like a mess, So come up to like now, I heard the thing that she's telling people that I caused my sister's suicide. And I know somebody that has proof of it, that she typed it in a message to somebody. Who says that? Who says that?
I can't understand it.
I don't understand what kind of evil person that is. So that was when I'm like, you know what? Mima, that I said, please feel free to tell people about that. Cause I don't always talk because just every time any of us page and then all of us get assaulted by all these people like usual, the minions come out of the woodwork and they just don't leave us the friggin' hell alone. And it's like all of us are.
Well, she thinks she's famous because she's got 100,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel.
And they don't believe us.
And she buys the subscribers, okay? She's got a loyal band of about 20 people who stick up for her all the time, but she thinks she's famous and important. And she's made so many ridiculous claims publicly, and we formed the Reddit group to hold her to account. But she's just a ridiculous person. Oh, they're out to destroy me.
Yeah.
Like, who is she? Is she Tupac? Really?
I know. And she's saying that, oh, I was going to hurt myself after Carrie left. Bull crap.
You broke her heart, Carrie.
She did everything to stab me in the back, Mikey in the back, Rebecca in the back, and Sonny in the back. And Sonny, they are the sweetest people. People didn't believe us, and she's just standing there knifing us constantly. So we just I did see her one time, and it was after she made that god-awful comment. We were at a YouTube little group thing that they had in Vegas, and I saw her there, and I was like, come on over and say something to me. Come on. You talk about my sister, I will hurt you. So don't even
She's a coward.
She's a coward. She is a coward. She sat in a corner the whole time.
Mm.
So you know what? I've got beautiful friends out of this. I have so many people that support me.
Same.
I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more. And unfortunately, she's the person that brought everybody to me. So I have to say thank you for that. But after that, no thanks.
Good on you, Carrie. I've made some solid friendships out of her too. And I have no skin in the game. I don't wish her ill. I have nothing to gain from her failure. Just pointing out ridiculous people on YouTube. That's all.
Yeah, true words.
You know, and she takes everything as if, you know, it's a vendetta out to get her. No one is out to get you. You're not that important.
100% correct. And I just wish she'd stop talking. Just leave us alone. Stop talking about us. But, you know, I feel like...
it's the haters. It's the group of haters out to destroy me.
And I also feel like with her narcissism, I haven't talked to her. And I feel like that not paying attention to her has really been something.
You're starving her of the oxygen she desperately craves.
Correct. Val is here. So if people want to talk to Val, here she is. Where is the girl?
I got one question.
Thanks, Dave.
Sure.
That might help before she starts. Effin Blade Sling says, for those unfamiliar, it probably seems weird, but there is an entire subculture on YouTube of online thrifters. Take it away.
Is Val here?
She's coming.
Oh, she's not here yet. Okay.
She's trying to figure out how to get in. There, Val, look at that.
You've got to hit the link.
StreamYard. You got to hit the StreamYard, baby doll.
Okay, so just to give you the other premise, the niche lady started that thrift store, okay? And then people started leaving the thrift store, and then she decided, because it was too much work for her, basically, that she was going to close the thrift store. So she closed the thrift store at the end of last year. And all the nonprofits had their stuff still there. And she says that she gave them their stuff back if they wanted it. But,
I don't think so.
But we all know that she didn't. And we all know that she pocketed some of their things that the nonprofits brought in. And there was a plethora of stuff then that she had from closing the store. And that's where this next person that we called Val will come in, and she'll tell what happened to her. Now, Val was living in New York.
Yep, she's by me, Buffalo.
Yes, she was living in New York, and she was an online seller. And she was selling on Whatnot, I believe, with her husband.
Yep.
And they wanted to move to a different area. And Niche Lady, what she did was she conned her into moving out by saying, I have a job for you, and I have a place for you to live, and I can take care of you. And what she did was she conned her to leave everything with her family, her dogs, and drive across the country. So when Val comes on, she will tell you that. But is John here? Is John still here? Is Hudson still here? Would she like to come and speak?
Kennedy's Castle says, I'm almost there.
Okay. So the point about this lady is that I'm trying to bring these other people who have been talking about her and trying to get her shut down like someone else, is that what she does is she creates an image, and she creates a bubble with people around her and fills them with stuff in their head, thinking that they're so well taken care of. And she's going to do the best things for them. And she knows so much about how to do reselling and everything. And what she does is she continues to use people. And she uses people over and over and over again. And then she spits them out. And after they're spit out, what happens to them is she destroys them. She will tell everyone on her channel horrible things about people.
Mm-hmm.
She will try to destroy their businesses. She will try to get the people who do follow her, because she does have a following. There's 100,000 people who watch her. I don't believe that's how many people follow her, and I believe a lot of those 100,000 were purchased by bots. But what she does
Midwest mom
is
wants to. Oh, go ahead.
she uses people and hurts people, and then she'll find the next victim, and she'll go
Mhm.
through somebody else, and she'll love bomb them and tell them how great they are,
Mm.
how everything is going to be so wonderful. And what the other thing she does is, there are other YouTube resellers who are very successful online. And when there's a history of how she restarted her career and came back to reselling. And it's because she had another antique store that was full of booths. And she was running that also. And she ran it into the ground, and she closed it down on the people who were renting from her. This is the story. And she did not give a bunch of people their things that were in that store. And she kept them, and she kept moving them every time she moved to different stores.
Mhm.
And these people lost their items and their goods. So when that happened, she ruined her reputation in reselling. So she waited a few years after that, and she tried to come back. And when she came back, she went to two top resellers and asked them to help her. And they didn't know the backstory of this whole antique mall that she had. So they tried to help her. But then after she started getting a little bit successful and helpful, she started to emulate them and copy them and do everything that they did,
Mhm.
to the point where it was almost stalkerish, and they asked her to stop. And she continues to do that to one of the resellers, whose name is Crazy Lamp Lady, who's one of the bigger resellers.
Mhm.
Yes, Funky.
So where we are today with her,
Yeah, she's actually a lady.
she's closed two antique malls and thrift stores and taken the people's stuff who was in it for herself, and ruined those people's lives. And then after that, she decided she was going to start her own online reselling, like a home shopping network on YouTube, where all people would come and sell on her channel with her.
Mhm.
And that's where she met some other people who hopefully will come up and say something.
Yeah.
The Niche Shopping Network.
The Niche Shopping Network, which is now in litigation.
Defunct.
And I don't know if, because it's in litigation, if the person who she was in business with, whose name is Hudson Vintage, who is on here, is able to speak, or she will speak. I don't know if she will, but
So it is the same Hudson?
yes, it's the same Hudson Vintage. Yes.
Hey, Dawn, I hope you do tell your story, darling.
Why did Dave Deals leave? We want to know if she got served, and where, so we can see through her lies when she comes on. Her lives grinning with her big gummy teeth and smile. I don't know if he's still here.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if Dawn is still here.
I'm not giving Katie Gantz any more attention. It's the same crap over and over. No new topics, and funkies are being targeted, and if forbids somebody actual happens everything. I know what that meant.
Me neither. So yeah. Can I tell you one more crazy thing about that store that she talk about? There was a robbery right in front of that store. She was trying to say that it wasn't in a bad neighborhood, and we're like, yeah, it was. A lady, an older woman got robbed right in front of her windows. They actually were trying to get her footage. And again, it was a neighborhood that wasn't the greatest. Some homeless folks, and they were actually using the bathroom by the back door where you dropped off your donations. So she was trying to fight. When Mikey did his video of why he was leaving, and that was when she targeted him, she didn't want him to say it was in a bad neighborhood. And I'm like, most of your consumers are older ladies. You don't want them in this neighborhood after dark. You know? I don't know.
Funky says, I should have planned this. Everyone is lost. So am I. We agreed to it. I'm going to fix this, everyone. I promise.
I'm sorry. It
I don't
came
blame
on
you,
very
Italian
quick.
girl.
It came on very quick, and we, from what happened last night, a lot of us were told from what we did today that we couldn't speak on that other person because of the legal ramifications that we had. So we had to come up with something. I know this is a little odd, but it's hard to follow. I'll try to help people.
But
we're
Mima's
doing our
got
best here, guys.
Mima's got good friends.
We're doing our best.
Funky says, calm down with the gummies.
Who's doing the gummies?
Not me.
Not me either.
I would love a gummy.
I got a gummy calcium pill if you want one of those. Oh, magnesium glycinate. You can have they help you sleep.
I've already taken my magnesium.
JD, why don't you come up for a minute until we're waiting for Val, or if there's somebody else who wants to
JD, get
come up.
here. Take over for Carrie. Hurry up.
Somebody who's used to talking. Carol needs to do Carol needs to do a live.
I don't even know if you can hear me.
Oh,
but
who wants me to do a live?
Val's ready.
Oh, wait. Val's.
Can you hear me?
There. Yes, we can hear you. Alphin is here.
Hi.
Give you some history, too.
Hi, guys. I can't read the comments. They're too little.
Hey, everyone, can I interrupt y'all really fast just to fill the new people in on why we changed the narrative?
Sure.
Sorry. I know there's a lot of new people that have come in. We've had to switch the narrative because we have some criminal charges that we filed today with the local police department, and the detectives working the case have asked us to not speak on that situation or that person until they can do what they have to do legally. So we're switching the narrative. I'm not exactly sure about the new subject, and I'm learning as well. So I hope y'all can bear with us and we can all learn this together. And then there's a lot of other ladies that have been on the panel with the previous thing. We have been covering that also have taken out criminal charges as well on that on the individual on the other side. So we have to be careful as to what we talk about.
Yeah.
So we don't hurt the criminal charges that we have filed against that person.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Well, if you can hear me okay, I'll try to give you a Cliff Note summary about this.
There's Val.
Can you hear me? Hi, Val.
Yes, we can hear you.
You don't know me. You've never heard my voice before, but I know about all of you guys because guess what? I'm a Mima. And I've been watching this soap opera unfold for the last 2 years. Yes,
love
Carrie.
Mimas.
I know. The Mimas are what? Okay, I'm going to go back in time because there's a lot of people who are watching this that apparently don't understand, the concept of what we're talking about. But the subject is an online channel on YouTube called The Niche Lady. And it might sound weird for people who have no concept about these different types of topics that people are interested in, and there's whole subcultures that are built around them on YouTube. I mean, I watch channels about people doing yard work, okay, and then all of a sudden you're going to be recommended a whole bunch of channels about people doing yard work, or somebody doing ASMR scrapbooking, and then all of a sudden you get all these recommendations. Well, long time ago, I used to watch a channel that was based out of Las Vegas, and they were these two girls, just love them. Thrifters Anonymous was the name of the channel. And I feel like that is why the YouTube algorithm recommended the Niche Lady channel to me, and also Crazy Lamp Lady. And if you guys are not familiar with thrifting channels, then those are going to be like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds crazy. It sounds insane. Some people just like to watch other people thrift. And there's a lot of reasons why, during coronavirus, people were not wanting to go out and shop, and they were getting their dopamine hit by watching somebody else find cool stuff or whatever. Okay.
I've seen the Crazy Lamp Lady.
Yeah. The Crazy Lamp Lady is very, she's at the top of the thrifting, the thrifting video subculture, really. I mean, she's got multiple hundreds of thousands of people who are, under her channel, and she's so successful that she's actually branched out, and she's got her own shopping network. And I don't want to go into that too much, but because it's just too much. Like I said, this needs to have a I don't know, a little diagram or something to explain, the cast of characters. I lose track of it. There's people that are far more knowledgeable, like Betty White. She knows, her brain is excellent. She knows what's going on, and her memory banks are great. So anyway, this has been a thing about 2 years ago. Hi, Val. About 2 years ago is when, I started having questions in my mind, because I would see Niche Lady's content. Okay. That's what they call YouTube videos. That's content. I would see her content. It was recommended to me, and if you don't know what this lady looks like, you want to Google her and see, because I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I'm not beautiful, okay? But I'm not trying to put a camera in my face 24/7 either, and market myself. So, it's kind of like, you first look at her and be like, oh, she's just a kind of a harmless goofball, kind of a, quirky person or whatever. And you don't think about her as being, about all the layers that go to her, But what I had in my mind, I mean, I could see, man, she got that beautiful house that she called the Scorpion House that she paid $6,000 a month rent for, and it was a gorgeous mansion. I was like, whoa, her life constantly changes because she was always moving, always mad at somebody, always going to sue somebody, always if you look at her online Yelp reviews, which we did as Redditors, because guess what? We were looking at her and observing her. We don't know her. I'm not a reseller. I've been to Las Vegas one time in my life. I live in the middle of nowhere. Okay. There's not good thrifting here. It's really crummy, and it's like, she does not know how blessed of a life she lives.
You should see
She complains
Sydney.
about everything. She tells about the intimate details of her family life.
Why does she share so much of her family life? I don't understand.
It's gross. Some of look, we know too much about things that have happened within her family.
Yes.
I don't, it's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
It is. So anyway, this is, 2 years ago, like I said, she'd been living in that, she called it the Scorpion House, because the beautiful, beautiful place, because she was unhappy to be there, or they were unhappy to have her there. And she was trying to explain why she was needing to move again. And all of a sudden she's having a big production of it, making video after video, live streaming herself moving. And it's like, what is she, the Kardashian of, it's like, this woman has made
the
her
bad,
and we're trying to destroy her. Trying to destroy me.
And I had seen, Carrie on her show, and I thought, she's adorable, she's funny, she's the charisma, And then suddenly, when this moving thing was going on, it was like,
she didn't like that. She did not like that her viewers liked Carrie. She hated that.
That's
She
right.
hated that so bad.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And so I was like, well, wait a minute. She's got these quote unquote best friends here helping her. I thought her best friend was Carrie. Carrie worked for her, and I hadn't watched for a while. So I was like, what is going on here? And so, you know, like any normal red-blooded consumer of the internet, I was like, I'm going to look for some snark on this lady because I feel like something really weird is going on, and I want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah,
that is how I found, you know, at one point in time, a discussion going on Reddit. There wasn't a discussion anywhere else, and I was like, I never even, you know, I had a Reddit name because, you know, but I hadn't really looked at it that much. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. And all of a sudden, whatever was going on at the time when she was doing this Scorpion House move out and all of the other things, it was like the perfect storm. A bunch of people, I won't say a bunch, maybe it was less than 100 at that time, got interested in following the life of this woman and commenting on it to each other. Okay.
On stuff that she shared willingly.
Exactly. We were not digging anything up. We were not trying to encourage any. There were rules on that. There was rules to say nobody is ever going to try to influence anything to happen. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if you're a reporter, you're not supposed to influence the story that you're reporting on. You're just observing it, watching it, and documenting it, you know, and that's what we were doing. As you know, they do that on Web Sleuths, they do that on Gossip Bakery, they do it on other Reddit forums for other people. And okay, so it's important to know that I have no idea how, because I mean, I don't think it was that big of a subreddit. But
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I don't even mean to interrupt, but I literally dropped off a rental and I'm standing outside in Tucson, Arizona, where it's like 100 degrees and I want to go home. So I don't want to interrupt, but I don't want to stand here forever. And I'd like to share the story. I don't want anybody to be pissed off because either I got to share it or I got to go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Val, let me
Are
explain
you sure?
really
I don't want to interrupt and I don't want to be rude, but
Val,
it's very hot.
Val is one of the people. Val is right there on. She's going to come on, but she's one of the people who was hooked up with the niche lady for a little while. Like I said, she'll use people and then she will abuse people. And Val played a role in this soap opera. And so, Val, you tell your story.
Okay, and I will be very vulnerable in this story because there's a lot of stuff that led me to her. I shouldn't say led me to her. She found me and I was in a very bad position and I did want to move. But the truth of the matter is we owned our home for a very long time, over 20 years in Buffalo. When COVID happened, Wells Fargo did our mortgage. They, you know, put whatever payment, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened, it didn't work out. And after 20 some years of owning our home, it went into foreclosure. Danny, I was selling on Whatnot, and we were part of the vintage beginners. Like, there was no vintage really when we got there. And we kind of took off, and people started talking about us on Facebook, and that's how she found us. So I knew of Danny. I always watched the thrifting videos, not of just Danny, lots of people, obviously. We all know who. You know, we watch individuals. So anyhow, she one day had popped into my show, and I mean, I was not a YouTuber. I was not a big reseller. I just lucked out, bought a storage unit, and had enough inventory to go ahead and join on Whatnot. So when she came to my show, I didn't know anything that was going on with Reddit. I didn't know anything that she even had a history besides the fact when I used to watch her, I used to see she'd go from house to house. So obviously that, you know, lied in my head like, geez, that's a little weird. And it always seemed like there was blame on other people, but I still never even put it all together. So she had come into my show and it was exciting. It was exciting when we had all kinds of big YouTubers come in there. So very quickly, she grasped onto us, and this is before the whole foreclosure thing, anything. So we started, we were selling. She was buying between $5,000 and $6,000 worth of inventory from us a month. So she was buying us. She was what's the word when they wanna, oh God. She was manipulating us. We had no idea. We just thought that she was having fun and we were having fun. So I went to Vegas. She invited me to her golden ticket party. I went to Vegas. I met her. We returned back home. We continued to sell and she was continuing to buy. Well, the shit hit the fan with the good stuff store. Everybody she had basically chewed up and spit out, and now she was relying on me. She begged, and we wanted to relocate to the West Coast. We knew that through the foreclosure, we had owned the house enough where the market had gone up that we were going to get a chunk of money. And so we had the opportunity to do it. We just had to wait for this money to come in. And unfortunately, we had a crappy attorney who strung us along, and we didn't even get this money till after we were in Vegas. A portion of it, I should say. So so she begged me to come to Vegas. I wasn't ready yet because I didn't have that money. And so we did a couple of whatnot shows, and those whatnot shows got us the money to go to Vegas and wait. So she promised me that when we got there, she was going to have a house for us that she was renting because she was going to take all the stuff from the good stuff store and put it in this house, and it was going to be cheaper than renting all these storage units. She said we could stay there as long as we wanted to if we liked it, or we could find something different. So and mind you, and Carrie will contest because she knows how bad the winters are. The winter in Buffalo was horrific this year. The snow, I talked to Carrie the day before I left. The day I was leaving, she said to me, do not go. I'm going. I'm doing my own thing. I'm stupid. Right? So we drove literally, okay, now 4 children, 2 adults, and 2 cats, and with whatever the hell that I could bring with us. Because it was such a great opportunity. I was going to be making $50,000 a month working for her. And she even told me about Reddit, but I never read it. Like an idiot. She warned me herself, and I never read it. So anyway, so I'm driving, and the snow is horrific the whole way through from Buffalo, New York to Colorado. Never once did she freaking care about how we were. It was just how close we were to her. So now check this out. I'm in Colorado. There's avalanches. There's avalanche warnings. I'm on the phone with her. I have my 4 kids, my husband, and 2 cats in a hotel room, right? Me and my husband, my son is 18, going to be 18. We walk next door to go pick up a pizza for us. Danny calls me. She says to me, so I've been looking around for places for you to stay. What's your budget? I didn't know what to say. I'm like, what's my budget? What the F are you talking about? You promised me
Crazy bitch.
a place to stay, right? What's my budget? Now I'm in Colorado. I'm destitute. I have no cash really besides the whatnot because I quit my job and that's all we were doing is whatnot. I was expecting this lump sum of money. Now I'm destitute. Now I'm like at nothing, right? Don't you know my whatnot gets shut down? I'm suspended. Wonder why, niche lady. Wonder if you did that. And I guarantee you she was the one who had my whatnot account shut down. She had her little crew reach out. Just, I don't know what she did, but obviously she had power there. And she had us suspended because she knew if I was suspended, I couldn't get my money until the things were delivered. And I'd have to depend on her whatnot. So anyway, we're in Colorado. She does that to me. I'm like, Danny, what are you talking about? You told me you had a place for me to stay. We'll figure it out when you get here. But please hurry and get here. I get there. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Ring-a-ling-ling, ring-a-ling-ling. No one's answering Danny's phone. If you're in Vegas, you know that you can't go to a hotel at 5 o'clock in the morning and check in. Nowhere. We literally had to check into a hooker hotel. 4 kids, 2 cats, and my husband and I. Because hotels, they don't let you check in until later because 5 o'clock in the morning. What day is it? Yesterday or the day before? We had to pay like $150 for this hooker hotel, and we rented it at 5 and had to be out at 11. Danny finally reaches out to me to tell me that her fish guy is coming today. And the fish guy has to come to her house, and she's got to wait. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I can't see the chat at all. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to use this thing. So if anybody's chatting, I don't see it, but I hope you can hear me. Carrie, can you still hear me?
Yes, love.
Okay. So we get there, and now she tells me to meet her at the good stuff store. But she can't be there for a minute. So now me and my husband, 4 kids and 2 cats, are sitting in front of the good stuff store for 2 hours until she decides to show up. But yet it was such a rush for us to get there. So the first day, she tells me Arizona Charlie's has been remodeled. There's no fee. There's no whatever fee, resort fee to go there. And now we're to stay at Arizona Charlie's. And I'm just beside myself. I'm literally hiding 2 cats under clothes in cages, walking through Arizona Charlie's, because this is how destitute this lady made me. Was it a smart decision on my behalf? No. Did I trust her? Yeah. And that's why it wasn't smart, because if it would have worked out the way she said it would have been perfect. But she's a manipulator, a gaslighter. She is just awful. So anyway, we're at Arizona Charlie's, and I go to the good stuff store. Brenda's there. Brenda was her sidekick at the time, which I'm pretty positive that she threw out the door. And Brenda tried to reach out to me after this. And Brenda, here's to you. You saw what happened and you let it go down. And you told me at that time you didn't want to side with anybody. You didn't want to side with her. You didn't want to side with me. But as soon as she let you go, you text me. So anyway, she gets us. Now she rents us a 2-bedroom Airbnb in the hood. And so we're there for a week. So I paid for it by doing the Whatnot shows. She said to me, if you do the Whatnot on her channel, that she would go ahead and she would give me half the money. She brings me to the house that she actually has the shit stored in. I don't know why. I think she taught me a big lesson to speak up, because now I probably would have twisted her head off. But I was just so quiet. And like, I don't know if you ever made a decision out of fear, but that's where I was. I have my 4 kids, my animals, my husband, and a car. And that's all I had. I had no Whatnot of my own. I was suspended for 2 weeks because of some bullshit I'm sure she created. And I had nothing. So whatever she was saying, I had no choice but to do. She told me we were going to be selling her Whatnot stuff. We were shipping her stuff for her other store. She was bitching to me about the bubble wrap. She wanted 1 sheet of bubble wrap used on her customer stuff. Didn't care if it broke, because that didn't matter. It mattered that I could only use 1 sheet. She made us, we were there from morning until night, working our asses off, never got paid a penny, 0. She went ahead and took us out for a steak dinner. And the money that she was giving me, I was literally putting into either an Airbnb or food for the kids. Like, I made nothing. And the deal was that it was supposed to be half my money, not half my money for paying out there. So finally, what she did, and there's so much more in between, but I'm going to tell you the end result. And I will do another video on my YouTube channel, Kennedy's Castle. I don't know if you guys know, my daughter was just killed in a car accident May 5th.
Oh my
Things have been hell for me. I'm just getting back from visiting my family in California, so it's been hell. And I had to do because she deserves it, and nobody else should be screwed by her. Anyhow, how it all ended is she told me that she had us in a hotel for 2 weeks. She put us in another hotel, a dump. Literally, you could go online and read the reviews. It was a dump. We would walk with our shoes. I had to go get a Swiffer mop and mop the room because my kids were walking with their socks and they were black. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? She told me she got this room for 2 weeks. When I got there, they're like, she didn't pay for it. She only reserved it. I'm like, what? It took about 2 hours of my kids just sitting there waiting. Like, what are we doing? And sorry, guys.
I know.
And I'm not choked up about her. Fuck her. I just thought about my daughter, and it just fucks with me. But anyway, they had to call her. She ended up paying for 1 week. So she lied to me and told me she paid for 2. I was like, okay, in 2 weeks, I can figure something out. Maybe we'll get this money. Maybe we could be out of here. You know, I was scared. I was doing shit out of fear. The one night I'm doing an auction for her, and she sends me a text message, shut the show down. Shut this show down. People aren't paying shit. And I'm like, I'm not shutting the show down. I need this money. Shut the show down. All she cared about was herself. Brenda came the next day because she wanted all the jelly cats, and I couldn't take this stuff with me. Thank God I had a cousin that lived in Arizona. Thank God I was a survivor of hers. And thank God I set my life all back up. I am living the best life right now. I'm so glad she's gone. I had a cousin who lived close. Listen what she said to me when I told her I was going to my cousin's. How are you going to afford the gas to get there? This bitch thought she had me totally trapped. Like, it was sick. It was sick. Like, and if I wasn't in fear. If I wasn't in fear, Carrie, and it's almost like a good thing, because I would have been in such anger. I would have hurt her. I would have hurt her because she was right in front of me. I would have hurt her, and I know that's probably a terrible thing to say, but what do you do when you brought my kids from Buffalo to Vegas, and now we're leaving us homeless because you know I'm waiting on this money? She will take advantage of any human being she possibly can. And that's all I have to say about Danny. If you guys have questions, I can't see them. If somebody wants to read them to me, I'd be more than happy. But that is how we left. There's so much in between that time. I wish I knew this was happening, because I would have wrote it down. I'm a scatterbrain. I have so much going on right now, good and bad. And I wasn't prepared for this. But I hope that my story, I share it with you, and it's all in a nutshell, but you all understand who this lady is and how evil she is. And when I've seen her talk about Jesus, oh my God, Jesus, are you kidding me? The way she talks about her customers, Jesus wouldn't do that, Danny. And I know somehow, some way she's going to see this. I never sued her. I'll tell you why I never sued her. She has nothing. She has nothing. She has nothing. She has her YouTube channel, which after all this is probably said and done, she's not going to have nothing. And I will tell you what, her children, Noah and R, welcome at my house anytime. I will take care of those kids. Those kids, I will tell you, it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart to see those kids. When I did go there, that house was not messy. I will not lie. I won't make up anything. That house was not messy. I think about those kids every day. Every day I think about those kids, because they just don't deserve her as a mother. She doesn't deserve them. It's horrific. And you know what? If you don't have any guidance, you don't know what to do. And those kids, like Noah, I can't stand when people talk about, just his shoes or whatever, because it's like, what is he going to do? Walk to the store and buy his own shoes? It's a terrible situation for them. And anytime those kids ever, they could pick up a phone, they know my daughter's number. You call and you could come and I will take care of you. I will make it better. Because it's horrific, and I love kids, and losing one, to see somebody just abuse theirs like that it's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody was asking Val when this happened, and Chelsea said,
"Oh, I can't hear you. One more time."
So when did this happen? And Chelsea wanted you to talk about what Sewer Rat said about her.
Well, Chelsea, it has to do with your son, so I'd rather not. If you want to contact me, you are more than welcome to contact me. The things that she was saying about your son had a lot to do with the S word, and I just don't want to. I don't like that. I don't want to talk about it. And I'm
Okay.
sorry. And I will talk to you personally. And I've already invited you to call me. And I would have told you that. And I know how hard it is because she gaslights you and manipulates you, makes you feel like she's your only hope. And so I know why you wouldn't have reached out to me. I get it. This happened not last Christmas, right? The Christmas
E-bird.
before. And just it was January, not of last year, the January before, right, Carrie? I can't.
Yeah. It was the year the 8-foot snowstorm.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, I think 2 or 3.
It was when all this store happened. It was about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've only been in Tucson this February or January, whatever, will be 2 years. So yeah, about 18 months ago this happened. And you know what? Honestly, it's so weird how God works things out, because I probably would have never been in Arizona. Like, this was never anything. Like, I wanted to move to the West Coast. I was thinking maybe closer to California, but after going there and seeing the prices, I'm glad I ended up here. But it's just weird how God worked it out, because look what's happening. I feel like almost like this is the Wizard of Oz, and I feel like her shoes are just crumbling under her house right now, which she deserves. And I feel like I'm living my best life. So almost thank you to her.
Carrie.
Val, I am so sorry.
Okay, guys, I don't know how much more we're going to continue right now. I'd like Gina and
It looks like Kind Winds wanted to come up.
So
bye, everyone. Thank you for so much for letting me share my
See ya.
story.
Hey,
because we're
Mimo, do you mind if I say a quick couple of words? Because it's like almost midnight.
okay, sure.
All right, so if y'all don't know me, I'm Davis Deals. I'm one of the top sellers on Poshmark of jewelry and vintage glass. JDA Collectibles is on Poshmark and whatnot. He referred the niche lady to me. She came in to my show. She spent $425 on a Poshmark live show. She bought, I sell mystery bags of jewelry. I sell them $100 a piece. I don't know what's in them. Everybody that's ever bought them from me, 99% of the people have always had good stuff. And people have found Tiffany, Chanel, sterling gold. So she bought a jewelry box that I bought from my local auction house for $100. She also bought 4 bags of jewelry. She did a video on me on her garbage ass YouTube channel, and all she showed, if y'all seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. She showed this jewelry box. She opened it up and she was just dogging everything that was in this jewelry box. Now I video
Who knows?
I video everything that I pack up. So I went and reviewed the video of the sterling that was actually on the top of this box on the inside. And so she came on there and bashed me because she opened up a case on Poshmark and I fought that case and I won the case. So she didn't get a proof. So what does she do? She freaking runs right to YouTube and she's like, oh, this and that. Well, what about the 4 bags of jewelry that you bought off of me that you said that you were going to show that I know you hadn't even opened up and went through yet because you don't have anyone to open your packages for you anymore because Carrie no longer works for you.
No, I
So in this the whole point behind this is when something doesn't go her way, she tends to well, no, she likes to demoralize other people and their ability to sell. I have sold, as of yesterday, $1 million worth of merchandise in 7 months
Oh
on
my
Poshmark.
gosh.
On Poshmark, 7 months.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm not boasting, but I'm just saying there's a
that's
big
awesome.
there's a big difference. I'm on 7 days a week and she's over here trying to kill me with her video. So first of all, any Christians in here, I got one thing to say because niche lady, I know you're going to be seeing this video. Fuck you, niche lady. And so yeah, she was served last Monday by a court server at her home that she rents, and we are pursuing litigation against her for defamation of character, slander, and there's a couple other phrases that I'm not familiar with. So, yeah, and I do have a video because the whole serving process was videoed. So I think the court date's in like November of sometime. So I'm flying from Michigan out to Las Vegas to be in court. And I'm not one to do YouTube videos. I don't get on here. I don't talk about people because, you know, people burn their own bridges. We run a legit business. We've been doing lives for 3 years, and you know, look, people when people tell me they get Tiffany and Chanel, real authentic, not fake shit in their bags of jewelry, I know they do because I take these bags myself. Me and my wife sort them out. We lay them on trays, and before I go live, this is what we pull off of. So to tell me you got 4 quote unquote Ziploc bags full of craft jewelry when we're doing $1 million in sales in 7 months, does that even make sense that somebody that does that much in sales is going to shaft somebody for $400? No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay,
She's
I
she's oh, go
before
ahead.
no, I want to read the niche lady's statement, her post that she made the other day. So some of these other people may get another side of her. And then I really want Gina and Deb and Betty to come up so we can
Okay.
talk.
I'm gonna
Because-
sneak out. I'm gonna
Okay.
leave and let
Okay.
other people get in. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
Kind
sorry,
folks,
Dave. I'm sorry.
no,
everybody's about ready to leave.
Yep.
You should come up instead of going night night. Please.
I
yeah,
have to
I'm gonna
go.
still be in, but I'm just gonna be in the chat instead of up
I'll
here.
be the
Okay.
same.
Okay.
I'll be
I'm gonna-
listening, but bye bye.
I'm
Okay.
gonna bounce. I'm gonna get bounce off the video, ladies. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Thanks.
Thank you, David. It was interesting hearing you talk about that. That's
Yeah, look,
crazy.
I'm on vacation for the next week, but if y'all want to come and see me, that's my name right there. Find me on Poshmark. I'm telling you, we got fun shows. There's no drama, and I don't talk about this crazy bitch in my shows because I give 2 pisses less about her, and her whole just demeanor is like absolute trash. Everything about her, there's no good about her. And y'all heard it here live tonight on Funky Town Uncut 2.0, the real deal about the type of individual this is. So if y'all don't know her, do not do business with her because in the long run, she's going to fuck you over and treat you like a piece of shit like she has done everybody else that has spoken tonight. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thanks.
Thank you. You too.
Some people wanted to hear maybe her side of things. So this is what she wrote the other day because she was accused online, and you can watch that video by another person. Just look up Niche Lady stole 11K from me, and you'll find her video. But this was her response. We live in a time where social media is used to cyberbully, attack, and try to cause harm and people's reputation. It is sad how people jump to believe things just to clear up some things you may have heard. One, I do not owe anyone 11K. If I owned something that amount of money, don't you think they would have tried to collect it years ago? Instead of 5 years later making a YouTube video at the prompting of others, just FYI. I've never been evicted from a rental. I have always paid my rent on time, and keeping a roof over my children's head has been a top priority. 3, I did go into business venture with someone to form the Niche Foundation nonprofit. My goal was to build something that would help disadvantaged women like myself at the time to be able to create a reselling business that would make them financially independent. It's not that long. It was a year of battling with the person who was helping to start it over and wanting her money. It was never about the mission for her. It was about, and she was voted off the board by 4 people who had issues with her. She threatened to cause problems for the nonprofit, and therefore I never went through completing it. I continue to help people behind the scenes, but don't make a show of it because my purpose is not about profiting from it, but to generally help those find themselves. Over the course of the last few years, I have worked on and learned to set firmer boundaries with people. This does not go over well with those whose intentions were not on the up and up. I know I'm a good person who makes some mistakes, misjudgments, but I am always willing to make things right and keep everyone happy. Those who chose to believe otherwise, I have no control over, but will use the Mel Robbins let them theory and keep moving forward with my life. So, where's Gina? Can you come up? And
I don't know if Kind Winds is still here. Always, she's been wanting to come up on
Kind
the
Wind,
panel.
did you want to come up?
She's been waiting patiently, but
Kind
it sounded
Wind.
like she got off. I'm not sure.
Okay. I think our chat, our normal chat, needs to hear from our ladies, so we can talk. We can talk about this and see with our normal chat where everyone is and what they feel. We're trying to get somewhere that we can't be, that we want to be, and it's going to be a difficult step right now. So, Gina, are you still here? There you are. And
I know Katie's always commenting in here.
Where's Katie?
Deb, you gonna come up and just maybe talk about life in Australia or something? Everybody absolutely loves your voice. They get excited when you come on the panel.
We can do a late night that we usually do. Betty, where are you? Did we lose her? Hello? 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 JD, do you want to come up and talk while we're waiting for Betty and Gina to come back?
I don't know if there's another live going right now.
I don't know what's going on.
I've seen something come by, but I didn't want to switch off the channel, but it sounded like Funky started another live.
On the other channel?
I don't know. I'm so technology.
Oh yes,
deficit.
He's on the other channel.
I didn't want to do anything because I was trying to keep up in case I needed to say something.
He's on the other channel. So I guess you and I are doing this channel. Well, JD, would you like to come up? I see what happens. I wish you would have told me.
I couldn't really say anything, so everybody was talking. So sorry.
Okay. Well, Funky just said, yeah, and then they're all on Willow Live telling about our chat like our loyal people who does that. So anyway, Gina.
That David was really interesting.
Yeah, David was really interesting because I think, well, he was a recent person who got scammed.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the last few months where she actually went on a live and totally reamed him and told everyone never to buy from him and how bad he was because she didn't get a deal that she thought she was going to get.
Well, he
So
sounds like he's a very smart man videotaping the products before it goes out. That was definitely a touche.
right. Hang on a second. I'm asking Funky to give me a link so that I can get somebody else, JD, up here. Hang on, JD.
Okay.
Hang on. It'll take a second. I cannot find the other one. I was on it in the beginning, so I can't. Jenny says, good evening. Gina, where are you? Come up on the chat. I'm waiting for you. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can copy the link and then send it. Gina, you don't have a way to, oh, there's Funky. Funky. Hello.
David said, but yet I sold 1 million that didn't work what she did. Gina's backstage.
Okay, she's waiting to come in.
Yeah, it's no fun being stuck backstage. And Funky just put the link down for
Okay.
Gina and JDA Collectibles to come up.
So there's the link if you can come up.
Tammy Jones says she accused him of misrepresenting over mystery boxes. And Norma MC said, I thought they all had interesting stories.
Well, we're not going to get what we normally get every night because of what happened last night. So we had to do a punt, and it was done very quickly. And I'm sorry that some of our regulars are not,
Gina says, I swept and mopped.
Yeah. I bet
You
you did.
multitasking over there, Gina?
Is JD here?
Sounds like it.
JD, is that you? Who's here? Oh, Gina's here. No?
Sounds like a
Yeah.
man.
Gina's here. Thank God.
That's right, huh? I feel like going over to Willow's Live and being a turd. I'll be back.
What's going on over there?
She'll inform
I don't
us.
know.
Keep us posted, then come back.
I'll be
Sandy
back.
says
Watch.
you are all doing a great job. Thank you.
All right, kids. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
And hopefully JDA is being able to come up here.
Please.
And
Talking about this.
Elfin Blade Swings says talking about this to people unfamiliar is like trying to explain the content of a soap opera that you never watched before.
Elfin, why don't you speak? I see you're here. And JD's backstage, so if
okay, I can't message Funky because like I said, I can't do two things at once, unfortunately.
Hang on, I'll take care of it.
What do you want to talk about?
Technology courses from my son, I guess.
I got to say, my heart is very heavy for Val. I didn't know any of that information about her daughter. I'm shocked.
JD, you'll be in a second. Yeah, I didn't know her daughter passed away either. I feel really bad about that. There's a lot of pain that this woman has caused.
I can't even imagine opening up a whole, fresh wound for her talking on the panel. I'm glad she had the courage and strength to do it.
Right.
And I'm going to be really, frank about the fact that a lot of the people that you invited to this show, I'll call it a show because I'm not sure, JDA, Hudson Vintage, Treasures by Gem, I saw her name here. But a lot of those people who they were brave to come here.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Because
And a
I'm
lot of
just,
those people did work with her and
yes,
Can you hear me?
defended her staunchly while they were working with her because of the lies that she told them while they were with her, I mean.
it takes a lot for them to come and, you know, put it out there. And because I think, you know, this lady has shown she is somebody to be afraid of. She damages people on purpose, and she's got a little posse, a little loyal posse of people that help her. Too much to go into now, but anyway, let me go ahead and let, you know, I'll come off of here.
I
GDA's
don't
gonna
see
go.
him. Is he here now?
I thought I heard his voice.
I did, and then I didn't. So I don't know where he is now.
Okay, he's probably trying to figure it out. I had to try to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, I'm going back. I'll never use this YouTube name again. It's going to go away because I don't trust it now. It's, you know, it's out there, and again, like I said, I'm just a regular person, but the niche lady thinks that anybody who had that conversation, our Reddit conversation was basically like having an open conversation between a bunch of friends, but you could come in and read it, you know, and it's like a stream of consciousness where we're talking about, we talk crap about stuff, talk crap about some of the people who are actually here. I know we talked, you know, crap about JDA, and I'm sorry, JDA, if you're out there hearing it, you proved yourself to be, you know, a redeemed person. But it's like anybody that kind of linked up with her, it's like, okay, we're going to be suspicious, even Val, you
Can I
know.
just ask who's talking?
And again, we were just watching and commenting, but we didn't make anything happen.
Can
Okay,
anyone
let me
hear
get
me?
off this so that JDA can talk.
Okay, JDA.
Oh, who was just talking? I appreciate the apology. I don't. Are you Betty White?
No, Betty's not here tonight.
Oh, okay. Because I know I was contacted by Betty White, and we've had we spoke back and forth because of what I'm going to explain next that Niche did to her, and she apologized to me, and I obviously accepted the apology. But the one thing like I want to say, I joined the Niche Shopping Network. I don't regret it because I met some great people such as Idaho Gem, One Way Vintage, Dawn from Hudson Vintage, so forth, so on. But during I don't know if anyone saw my shorts that I've posted, because in early July, July 10th to be exact, I received a message. It's a Facebook messenger message from Danny, the niche lady, and this woman I call a bulldog. I think her name is Christy, but I may be incorrect. I'm not sure if she uses her real name. The message to me was, if I don't send a check to Danny by July 24th, they're going to out me and like out my family. So on July 18th, I think it was July 18th is when I saw the message and I responded, and I was communicating with Danny back and forth almost daily via text, and she never mentioned any of this on text. The only thing she said to me was that this Christy is getting mad at me, and I said, well, I don't know Christy, and I could give a rat's ass what she says. So July 24th came and gone, and then I did see that she did post something negative about me, and that's the time I felt like, hey, maybe I need to say something, and then I didn't say anything, and at that point I was still talking to Betty White via Reddit. Then that one video came out, that $11,000 video, and I said, oh, I'm done. So I did my video. Two things I just want to say. I can't go into a lot of detail on the one, and I'll explain why. When I first joined, the day before the niche, my appearance on the Niche Shopping Network, my dad was killed in a tragic accident. So I was an absolute train wreck. But my dad saw the joy in my face about being a live reseller of vintage, and he always loved watching me. I didn't cancel the show, and I went on. But in doing that, I had to set up a Shopify store. And I screwed it up because I'm like technically handicapped. I was like born in 1920. I stink at technology. So Niche Lady helped me. And with doing that, my credit card was needed. And several months later, I know going on in like September, October, and November, I noticed my credit card was constantly declining. It was a debit card because my wife controls our money because I like to spend. So my wife never really said anything to me about my spending because she just thought, hey, he said about his dad, he went to an outlet mall, he went somewhere, he bought something, whatever. So she kept putting money in. But then I think it was, I forget the actual month, I went to use my card here in New Jersey, and my card was also used out west. So my bank flagged it. And then I spoke to them, and they said that they flagged it because there's no way I could have used my card in New Jersey and out west. So that is still under investigation. It's about 10 grand total that was used. And the Niche Lady kept telling me she was trying to pinpoint this on Chelsea. She kept wanting me to send her my bank statements because when Chelsea, if there's something you don't want me to say, just text me and you can text me on my other phone. Chelsea went to the Niche Lady's house to babysit the animals. And unfortunately, Chelsea didn't log out of the Niche's computer. So she had access to Chelsea's whatnot and email for months. And when I found out my credit card was used, she told me it was Chelsea. And she made me believe it was Chelsea. I started to believe it. And then I finally sat down and I'm like, no church going woman. And I've known Chelsea. Chelsea, put in chat how long I've known you because I can't remember. It's a lot longer than I know Niche or bitch, whatever you want to call her. I said it wasn't Chelsea, but I still had to play the game with Niche because of what happened next. During my tenure at NSN, I was bashed heavily by the Reddit ladies. One being Betty White, and I never thought I would have now meaningful conversations every day with this person. But I understand the reasoning behind it, but it still burned. It still burned all of us that worked at NSN. It hurt. It does hurt. We're human. We have hearts. But when I don't remember exactly what Betty had said about me, but I was a heated monster. So I was messaging Niche and Christy in the Facebook chat. And Niche said, I have Betty's address. I have Betty's email address. And I have Betty's phone number because I got it when she did something to her Shopify
and
store.
That's where I draw the line. I'm done talking about him. It sure was fun, but what channel? Yvonne, it's the other funky Funky Town Uncut channel. He's got two channels. They're both called Funky Town Uncut. I think one is 2.0 and the other one is just Funky Town 70.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, go on.
All right, so her and Christy gave me the information. I gave Betty a copy of, I don't know her real name. I don't ask her real name.
Uh-huh.
We communicate. I mean, she knows my name, obviously, but hey, is what it is. I actually just call her Betty. Is what it is. So when we were communicating back and forth, I said I had done a YouTube short and I disclosed it there. I sent Betty a copy of, what do you call it? A screenshot of the communication between me, Niche, and Christy, where they're both joking, like, ha ha ha, I didn't give you the number or the whatever. But they wanted me to send her, and again, in the beginning, I was all for this, an anonymous present from a website where you can buy a different kind of animal shit and send it to someone anonymously. I almost sent it, but then sat down and said to myself, what the hell am I doing? That is so not I just kept thinking, like, I thought of my dad. I was like, if my dad knew I said this to a woman, he would probably strike me dead or smack me with a baseball bat in the back of the head. So I didn't do it. But I had to tell Betty that, they have this info. I mean, do I know if this is you? I don't know, because you're not telling me. I don't know. But, and it's
Betty
horrible the
doesn't
way
tell
she talks about her customers. Like this one lady, her name is Susan. She is a sweetheart. She is so kind to all of us. She doesn't want to pick sides. And Niche is bashing the shit out of her in these text messages to me and Christy, or just me on my telephone, about that this lady needs to pick sides. I'm like, why does someone have to pick sides?
Right.
I regretted picking sides. Chelsea is my good friend, and here I mean, I apologize. You could, if I can't see the chat, it's like missing. But I apologize to her for choosing the wrong side.
JD, if you go to the little square box where the microphone line is and hit that.
Okay.
And then go up to where it says comments on the top, the chat will come up there. You see?
Oh my gosh. I can't see for crap. And everyone's gonna laugh at me because I don't have my glass. I don't have
okay
good vision. And okay, I could push that and that. Oh, I'm not gonna try. I don't want to screw it up. Okay. But the doxing is crazy. The doxing is real, and I have the proof of it. I have the proof of her, like wanting to take down Chelsea. Crazy. After all that girl did for her. Crazy. And then she said that when Chelsea was there, an animal died, and she blamed it on Chelsea. I was like, maybe it's because you have too many, and one was probably sick. Like, maybe. And then like the other thing was, wanting me to give that money. Like, I'm gonna out you if you don't give this to me. I just think insane, and I don't know what to do with it yet, because she has said that she's gonna sue me. Go right ahead.
Well,
I'd love to try to get through discovery with her, because we'll be in discovery for years with all the shit she's got to send over.
Right. Let me read some of the stuff that people are saying. Carol says, we were appalled at how you and Julie were treated. And she also says, oh, yes, Susan got locked out of the whatnot yesterday. And then Elfin says, Niche wanted to have JDA mail a literal box of shit to Redditor Betty White for real.
Correct. And then we decided on a box of elephant shit, because it was at least over 10 pounds. The shit was over 10 pounds.
So she has other people do her dirty work then?
Yes.
And how does she get these other people to do it?
She fed on me through my grief. Like, she knew the shit to say to, like, make me feel like, that she was like a caring person, and then asked me to do stupid stuff. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But then when I finally realized this woman's a piece of shit, I played along with it. I did have to say a few fibs to her just to keep going, to just get her to say more shit to me, so I could get the stuff in writing about the money. Because no one's going to threaten me to give over money. I'm sorry, because she didn't like what I had to say. NSN sank. It was a finished entity. I had, in December of 2024, my dad always did a donation as a Christmas Hanukkah gift for my sister and I. We would always send it to St. Jude. I told my sister in December, I was like, tell Prudential, I don't want to do St. Jude. I want to send it to the Niche Shopping Network. Because I was like, Daddy liked that, I did the live selling and I was getting back on my feet and blah, 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 blah. But when NSN folded, why would I say what? Because I don't want to go into like there was some family drama with my dad's estate, so I don't want to go into that. So stuff was on hold for a little while. I'm sure you could catch my drift.
Victoria says, Elfin says she portrays herself as a harmless goofball, but she's really a mean-ass person.
She is. She's totally different. Like with the crazy lamp lady, when there was that drama about, I don't know, Chelsea, if you remember when that was, I think you were still with her. She was telling me, like, JDA, she goes, of course I used the fonts and everything in the crazy lamp lady. She gets a lot of views. That's how I get views. It's piggybacking her. But then publicly, she's like, I don't do that. I'm like, why lie? Then she told me, she's like, if it wasn't for me, the crazy lamp lady wouldn't be who she is because I helped start her.
Excuse me, whoever wanted to come in, the link is in the chat again. Let's see. She portrays herself. Okay. Next, narcissists always have their flying monkeys, Victoria Hall says.
I don't mean to be a flying monkey, but I have gotten attacked. I've had Dave's Deals and I are friends. We do shows together on Posh. She knew he was my friend. He told me the next day, he's like, Dave, I hooked her up. And I told her, I was like, Danny, Dave hooked you up. And she go, good, I can't wait to get it. And then like she sent like, oh, he sent me garbage. I'm like, that's exactly what it was on the screen. And she didn't even show everything. And then if you watch that video, so many of her viewers say, oh, that's nice jewelry. And then she started saying, oh, it is nice. It is nice. If she ran everything on Whatnot for a $3 start, she would make like that 500 would have turned into 1,500 easily, because her grannies all buy that stuff. Right. Sorry, I said that word. I don't mean to be disrespectful to a woman.
Prickly Pear said, or Gina said, Prickly Pear, we've been witnessing an individual who is most likely cut from the same cloth. DK Jewelry says, today she had someone email me fishing for my home address. Fly, my pretty, says Carol Newman.
Well, she knows my address. I don't give a shit. I invite her to sue me. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Sue me.
Have the money to sue anybody. That's the whole thing. Elfin Blade said, no one else could have done that, Chelsea. And Janet said, did you get your money back? 10 grand.
I've gotten, when everything came to light, my bank, like again, I can only go into so much. My bank would only refund me that date and go backwards 90 days. And that was $3,000. So I got that. Since it's still under investigation, they give you like little tidbits of information. And the one thing the gentleman said the last time, I don't know if it was the last time or the time before when I spoke, he's like, you'll be getting your money once we're done with the investigation. And I've asked, I've given information. I mean, it's crazy that I'm so mad at myself for not looking. But I was just so depressed about what had happened with my dad. And then I was dealing with like the accident with my dad.
Well, horrible. She picks people who are needy in a bad situation. She targets them. And that's when she goes in for what she wants to get.
And
that's when she manipulates.
After I was done with NSN, and after Dawn was done with NSN, and Dawn asked to speak to my wife. Right. And they did speak. And Dawn reached out concerned that I was Niche's next target, and I definitely was. She had my wife write down on a piece of paper, first line, target. Next, bullet point was that do not give her any money ever. And the last line was, you'll never get it back. And we had it on our refrigerator for quite some time. And obviously I got rid of it now, but I am going to make another video and show more of the evidence I have. Like the private investigator thing, it blows my mind. That they had a private investigator on me. I know
a private investigator against you.
Against me. Carrie, Rebecca. I don't know all their names and the Vegas people.
Mm-hmm.
And then Betty White was on there. And I'm sure I sent her that thing. It's crazy. And then it's just insane. And I even told this Christy, I'm like, you don't have a pot to piss in. Where are you getting money like that for a private investigator? I worked for an insurance company that handled claims.
Good night, Rhonda.
That could be like $6,000 a day.
Right. That's crazy.
It is. And it just goes on and on. It's just endless. And what she did to Chelsea was just utter nonsense.
She's Treasures by Jem says Danny claims the CC charges are all in Idaho. None are in Idaho.
I could say that. I could say that. Yes. What I also can say is, once this is done, I mean, that's my personal business. Like my bank statement. Like I would show something, maybe like a line item, like with the town or whatever. Just proving where it was. Because I know they know who it was. Because I know someone questioned me. Actually, Betty White. She said, I'm starting not to believe you. I'm like, why, Betty? What now? How can you use your credit? How could someone else use your credit card in another state? I was like, one, I don't know. I'm not a criminal. But two, just Google it. That's what I did and found out exactly how you can use a credit card in another state, not even having the credit card, and what you could do to make it work at a store. I could not believe it. All you had to do was Google it. And then she said that she's like, okay, I started to believe. She's like, I believe you now. Because I was like, here, look, here's the message from the last text from Wells Fargo that put my account on like hold again. It was an $809 charge at Walmart, nowhere near New Jersey. And it was declined. But obviously it was flagged because of the location. Because I live in New Jersey, and this charge was out west at a Walmart. And when my wife spoke with Wells Fargo, not only did they declined the charge because we took off overdraft protection on my account. Because I know, and then because if someone else asked, like, why didn't? Because I didn't get a new card right away. Right. Because we only were leaving $100 in that account. Because Wells Fargo said it took 7 to 10 days to get a new card. And I was like, screw that. I can't wait that long. So that's when we took off overdraft protection, and my wife was only putting $100 a day in. Now she could try to use it all she wants. I have a new card.
Wow.
But it's been, and I mean, there's more. I'm sure I'm forgetting things. I did have to ask a few people for permission to share some items. So I can't say a few more things because I still have to ask.
Right.
But there's so much. There's just so much. And it's just overwhelming. And I feel bad for Val, and I want to offer my condolences to her and Glassman. That's not easy losing a child at any age. We always expect our kids to bury us, not us bury our kids. I couldn't even
DK
imagine.
wants to know, Treasures by Jem, can you tell me if Niche had people target my eBay store July, August 2024, Big Sky? And Prickly Pear says, I'm always amazed that Niche continually gets away with her grift and bad behavior. She plays the victim continuously.
Well, she screwed the wrong person this time, because those other two ladies, I can't remember her name. I can't remember their names. I'm horrible at names. I'm lucky I remember my own.
Dog Dad, love you. Bye. Love you, Dog Dad. Thank you. Susie says, Funky, I think he's too busy right now. Oh. All right. Have a great night, Dave Deals. She said, signing off. Ann Carmichael said, good night, Dog Dad. Susie Q said, good night, Dog Dad. Victoria Hall says, prickly, it's what narcissists do. They are always the victim and never accountable. Good night, Dave.
And she did. And I will say, I stopped communicating with Niche on the 18th. I blocked her. Well, my wife did it for me. Blocked our cell phones. Blocked everything but Facebook Messenger. And she continued to message me until her first, I guess, drop thing about me. I think it was July 28th.
Did her daughter ever target you?
Oh, this is a good one. She asked me to make a Reddit page for her. So I don't know if any of the Reddit people are here. There's this Reddit page she had me make for like good experiences with Niche. And I'm the only one that was like commenting.
That was that one.
JDA, can you get a drink of water?
Yeah, I just took one.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that Reddit.
Yeah,
that-
and the people that are the moderators on there are myself. The second one down is Danny. The third one down is Christy, and the bottom moderator is Jordan. And after she had me create that, and I just stopped. I was like embarrassed for her.
Well, it was silly.
I'm sorry?
It was silly.
Yeah, but I was embarrassed for her. I'm like, how can no one like you? And that's when like my eyes started opening. It was just like, I wouldn't even use my regular Reddit name. I was like, I'm making a new one. I was like, no way. Does I want anyone to know I'm affiliated with this page that no one's commenting on? And then all the negative comments that were on, I sent it to Betty White.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was like someone would comment. I think it was Aldi. It began with an A.
Aldi, yeah.
Hers went like gray, like this comment, and I was able to read it as a moderator, but no one else could see it.
Oh.
It was weird. And then on the bottom of it, it said that this user's comment is blocked because she's from a banned Reddit group.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I assume that's, I don't know, because the ones that I saw in that gray tone, which Betty has it, Betty White has it, and I'm sure she could share it. It's just weird because I didn't even notice it right away.
Well, Alvin says no one has brought a Picker Road, but the soap opera is so complex. They were all partners. They were all hurt too.
Picker Roads are good people.
I really need to know if I was on the target list last summer. Big Sky. Does anyone know?
I don't know, but the only thing I can say, based from experience, if she didn't like you, she has mean people.
And Desert Mermaid said Jordan texted me to take down the post on Reddit about my sister and the posts about my daughter.
And I did speak with Niche regarding that and Carrie about the suicide, and that is true. She also told me that I guess whatever happened between her and Carrie almost caused Niche to commit suicide. And which really pissed me off to find out that's all fake is because my son attempted suicide 3 years ago, and she knows that. She knew that. And that wasn't nice. It wasn't nice by any means. Mental health is a major problem in this country, and that is a person like that causes people to do things, unfortunately.
Treasures by Gem said DK Jewelry, the target list that we have proof of, your name wasn't on that list. Let's see. Let's get the likes up if you haven't liked. DK said it would never have been Big Sky sale. It would have been Big Sky sales. And Janet says people get blinded and don't see the bad, I guess. Sharon,
that's true.
Right.
It's true. And she invited me out to Vegas and like all of this stuff. And then that Brenda that someone was talking about, her name is Rosie the Riveter. She bashed her to me by saying I bought Rosie the Riveter's storage unit. She had it in an outside thing and it got robbed. And I was telling her, I'm like, well, call your insurance company. You could put a claim in and just tell them what was stolen and they'll pay you. And she never put that in a video. She videos everything in her life. So why wouldn't you have videoed that someone robbed your unit?
Because she doesn't have insurance, which is why the car thing with the cops, that the cops hit the car. And she keeps saying that it's taken 2 years to get her car paid because the cops hit the car, and she doesn't want to put it into her insurance company for a claim because it'll cost her too much. The insurance will charge her more. She doesn't have insurance.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. When she showed the picture of that car, remember, I was an ex-claims adjuster for car accidents.
Right.
She's looking to have everything replaced. That fender needs to be refinished and repainted. The bumper needs to be refinished and repainted. $1,500. But she was caught in a lie when she just explained that on her last live. She said the mirror flew off, and then she shows a picture of the scene, and she's like, "Oh, we put the mirror back on." Who would put the mirror back on if you're taking pictures of an accident scene? You would have left it on the floor, then put it back on after you took the photo, liar.
If I can interject something, because of course, I've seen her content about that. And one of the comments that I wanted to say is, it's been 18 months also since that accident happened with the police. If there was going to be some substantial damage to the drivability of that car, it would have happened by now. Okay. And that's what she was trying to infer in her monologue about that accident. So
I agree with you. It's all cosmetic damage on that car. And the accident that she had in New Jersey, it was in an Uber. It wasn't in Dawn's car. They hit a deer, minor damage, minor impact, but of course she used it as clickbait.
Yep.
It's all like just nonsense with this woman. And it's just frustrating.
Treasure.
That who's going to be next? Who's going to be next? Who's going to be next? Because
Right.
here all of these people that have spoken today, some of us were good friends and now some of us are enemies because of her.
Right. Treasures by Jem said, if she had her follows attack your eBay store, her pit bull would have helped organize it.
And we know who the pit bull is. That's that Christy. I don't know her last name. I don't remember, but Chelsea, if you don't mind saying it, feel free.
Says she's despicable. What position does Melissa have in this? Does she have any position in this? Is she one of her pit bulls too?
Melissa, I would say, is a pit bull as well. Because in some of the documents that I've shown so far, you see Melissa's name.
Right.
And Chelsea can chime in further if she agrees or not.
Janet says, I think I'm going to leave Reddit. Not good right now with our problems, maybe. Sharon's Solis says, I think Niche Lady sells on Whatnot.
She does sell on Whatnot.
But never checked her out. Carol says, don't waste your time, Sharon. She's a seller of junk. Brandy says, wow, crazy. Sharon says, Carol, thanks for letting me know. Carol says, and she misrepresented her things many times. And she hides if it's broken, too. Gina says, Janet, I feel like everywhere someone lurks. Janet says, a year and a half later. The Desert Mermaid said, not us. Sharon says, wow, that's terrible. Janet says, yeah, Gina, scary. Let's see. Dee says, JDA, I'm sorry this happened to you. What a piece of shit she is. Carol says, Melissa is her slave. Janet says, how old is this woman? She's what, 50?
I think 58.
58, okay. And Treasure said, yes, she is, sadly. DK says, JDA, I'm sorry this happened to you. I read that. Let's see. Victoria says, narcissists keep the drama going and stir the pot. Desert Mermaid said, Melissa has no life but doing stuff for free. Sewer rat. Tiny Boots, join this channel. Join our channel, guys. Treasure by Jen. Melissa gets paid now. Oh, Melissa gets paid now. Wow.
Yeah, she does the information about the comps that she does on her videos.
Mm-hmm.
Which 9 times out of 10, they're like not even accurate.
Right.
I mean, any reseller, all you have to do is Google it yourself. She's
How
always
long has this gone on?
Stuff.
How long has
this
this
with
gone
me and the
on?
Niche Lady? This has been going on since, I would say, July of 2024.
She started going on live right after COVID, I would say.
Oh, the Niche Lady. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She started, I think, right before COVID.
Right before COVID, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then COVID, she took off. Because everyone was home and had nothing to do. And unfortunately, a lot of people found her.
Melissa,
And she, I mean, and
She
she was
marketed.
enjoyable to
She
watch at one
marketed
point.
herself. She marketed herself very vigorously. You know, like I said, that content gets pushed out to people. And Crazy Lamp Lady was the one who was the rising star. And apparently, there are ways that YouTube content creators can kind of do like a shadow ghost. What's the word where you put the keywords? You know, the @ sign, and you put your keywords in there. And so, you know, that's how I figured that the content came to me, because it was being pushed out to people by the algorithm. I was watching Las Vegas thrifters. And, you know, it's been said that she used Crazy Lamp Lady's name as one of those, you know, little hidden keywords that you can't see.
Correct.
So, you know, she got marketed.
She knows what she's doing. She's very technically savvy.
She goes to those conferences.
Like on my first NSN live, we were backstage. It was Chelsea, myself, and Niche. I think it was my first show, and she was crude the way she talked to Chelsea, and I didn't think much of it. But now that I think back at it, she was obnoxious. I remember this one. She said, "Chelsea, is monetization on?" Like the way she said it, I'm like, "Why are you yelling at her?"
Well, that's kind of how she would talk to Carrie, you know, when they were shopping, in those very early videos that made me, you know, if I'm listening to crap like that, I'm doing something else in the background. I'm not just sitting here just watching that. But it's like, it's enough to make you stop what you're doing and look at it, to be like, what kind of tone of voice is that to be talking?
It was embarrassing. And then also I don't want to go into the whole thing, but my first show, like within the first 5 minutes, she brought up something that should not have been brought up, and it just made me so uncomfortable for my first show. It was just not called for.
What are you talking about?
I can vaguely remember.
I don't really want to go into it because it has to do with me and another seller, and it was just wrong. She shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Because it caused me and this other person to get into another fight.
Oh.
Do you remember?
No,
and it shouldn't be.
What did you say?
It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't have been. Like, she should have left her and I alone. She knew
it had to do with it had to do with Val and Glassman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She knew Val and I are both firecrackers and will blow up like crazy, and what she wanted to, you know, get more views. Get more views.
She wanted the views. She wanted the views. That's why the drama.
Yep. I don't think I should know this much about any of these people's lives.
Yeah, right. I never, when I was
it's
on
not a hobby that I wanted.
No one knew my first name. No one. I was JDA. That's it.
Victoria says she sounds strategic.
I would agree with that.
And the Desert Mermaid said, I was there when she did the live sale from Savers and got stopped. Carol says she was like that yesterday in her whatnot. And Desert Mermaid said it was the hand slapping when I handed her something. Oh yeah, I remember that. She used to slap your hand.
She slapped her son's hand too when they were thrifting.
Yeah. Carol Noonan said demanding her mods to delete comments. Treasures by
she did
Jem
that to
said,
me. She asked me to delete comments.
Right. Treasures by Jem said, my spirit is covered in bruises from her. I bet. That's so sad. Ronnie says, Treasure by Jem, sorry. Justin Florida says, hi. Hi, Jess. We're kind of doing something new on this side. And then Funky took the others to the other side. So thanks for helping out here.
Can I thank you, ladies, for talking about her today? Thank you.
What?
Thank you, ladies, for talking about her today. I appreciate it.
Well, I think that Funky should get the kudos. I mean, we had an issue with another person that we talk about on this channel, and he doxed a bunch of us, threatened a bunch of us.
Yikes! That's so scary.
Threatened to tell people about an online e-commerce business of mine, and I had to, so that he would. I mean, so that he was going to tell his people to come after my e-commerce business.
Oh, it sounds like Niche.
Exactly.
A man.
So I had to contact the FBI because it was online, and I can't talk about him anymore.
Understood.
So I said, maybe I can get these people that I know to come on here and bring a channel here for tonight, just to not talk about this person. And our people kind of got misunderstood because they don't know what's going on. But I'm glad that everyone here was able to talk, because I think it's very good for people to bring this to light.
Agreed.
And talk out, and everyone can
so everyone could start healing from this monster.
Right. And that maybe by having people who have dealt with her come and tell their truths, maybe some of the other people who don't see it can hear some truths in it,
I agree.
Visions of the West Coast said, hey guys, just heard you were talking niche. Yes, we were. Would you like to say something? Would you like to come on? I can
if
see
he
if
wants to come on, I'll back off.
No, you should stay, because it would be nice for you to stay on the panel, because a lot of our regulars are on. Funky has 2 channels. They went to the other channel.
Oh, okay. No worry. I'll stay. I have no problem
They
staying.
didn't go.
What?
That's not where they went.
They went to another person's channel, but there's still some on the other channel, right?
Well, Mima, how many people are in this show, right? Are watching this? Do you know?
Right now we have 48.
Okay.
The other funky one had 58 watching.
Okay. So there's still some people who don't even know all the story. Well, I'm not trying to take JDA's spot here, but Victoria Hall asked a question, and she said, it makes me wonder what her childhood is like. And I'm just going to say, this lady will tell you everything about her life. She has told it many, many times. There's every sordid detail, and I mean SORDID, sordid details about her childhood, about how terrible it was, about every marriage and relationship that she's been in that produced a child. She has 4, by the way. And she'll tell you everything about their life, her ex's lives, her former mother-in-laws. It's just ridiculous to know this much about a person. I don't want this to be my hobby. I really don't.
I don't either. And I've been wanting to get rid of it. And I'm glad that it's coming out now, and people can listen to this and people can hear it. And then it won't be on a Reddit. Then it won't be somewhere else. Then it'll be right here, and people can come back and listen and see that there are people who've done this, and that she's done this to. Visions of West Coast says, I'm planning another video. Currently planning to point out turtle money and not delivered. Would love to learn anything else possible that I can turn into videos, even if not able to say where I got info. Carol,
the one piece of information I'll say, and I'll put it out there just for you to ponder. The last several months, she was on this campaign for selling crocheted turtles.
Yes.
For a foundation.
Right. Another foundation.
My heart tells me every penny that was collected has been spent.
Of course it has. That's why people keep asking, where is the money? Where is the money?
I think that's why she hounded me for that specific amount, because that sounds like a nice donation to the turtle people.
Right.
Mima.
What?
Where does she go to eat?
Where does she go to eat?
Yeah, you guys are looking for money.
Oh, she likes to eat at frickin' Taco Bell.
Oof.
She claims she has Crohn's disease, and she's horrible with her Crohn's disease, but she eats rot gut crap that anyone with Crohn's disease
No.
could
Yeah.
not eat. And
she's a professional victim, guys.
Yes, she is a professional victim.
Well, she must have went to Dr. Google and got diagnosed, because she told me she doesn't go to the doctor.
She doesn't go to the doctor.
So she must have self-diagnosed herself.
The other thing is the other thing about this woman is that we didn't even get to is that she started out, and she admitted to this, that she was on disability, and she was working while she was on disability and got caught, and they pulled her disability then.
Oh,
bummer.
Silly woman.
Before she even did her other crap. So she was, screwing the system then.
Well, she contradicts herself all the time and tells on herself all the time. When you read that statement, Mima, that the niche statement where she's saying, I was never evicted or whatever, she just told a story on her channel recently about her and her husband when they were married. They were in a house that got foreclosed on, and she had said it was the only house that she had ever purchased. It was the first house she had ever purchased with her husband. They'd been renters, and supposedly they bought this house, and then she sued the real estate people because of something that was undisclosed or something like that. But before it could all be settled, they fell into foreclosure and were going to be evicted, but they moved out. So because they moved out before they were evicted, she feels like that's, not the same thing.
Gina, you don't have a way to drop a link, do you? But if we dropped it, we'd have to get Funky to let him in anyway.
Right.
He's not answering me right now.
The one thing I do know, the current house she lives in, she does videos that she purchased that
Let me
house.
go get it and I will drop it.
Okay, but you can't let him in though, can you?
No, but we can, bug
We can
until
wait
we
for
get
him?
it done. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me a sec.
All right. Go on. I'm sorry, JD.
All I was saying is the two homes that she has, the rental that she keeps all the crap in, and the other home is also a rental. She doesn't own that. She didn't buy that. She rents it. It's a rental.
Right.
Because she did the videos. I bought a house. You didn't buy crap. You don't have credit. You need credit to buy a house.
Right.
Well, we figured that out. Her lies is she's a professional victim and a professional liar.
After everything happened and everyone left MNSN, she sent me a text that she is going to go stay with the What the Hales people in Florida. And I'm like, you're not their friend. I've never even heard them say your name.
Oh, they've said her name once or twice on the channel. And it's
I never heard it.
She flew down there one time and was like their little,
puppet.
Yeah, that's the only reason
Funky
why.
dropped it.
Okay, there's a link there if somebody else wants to come up.
Yeah,
Please.
I just thought that was so funny she said that. And she talks to them about them as if they speak on, like, the daily.
Well, I think that she bugs them because she uses them to get information on how to create her channel to be more dramatic, I believe.
Yeah, she follows everything they do. Do you notice they have a stalker? She had a stalker. They got death threats. She got death threats. Everything's the same.
She got a system outside that was, Brink system, and they got a Brink system, right?
Kennedy Castle says no, that one is a rental.
Yeah, the house she's in now is a rental.
I'm 100%. Val would know more than me, but I'm 100% positive. I would say that house she lives in is a rental.
And someone else made it so that she could move in there. Somebody put the down payment on that house for her. It's one of those companies. It's
like an investor.
Yes, it's an investment company.
Yeah.
It's an investment company. So
yes.
Does somebody else want to come in? Val, do you want to come back in now? Are you back home or where are you, Val? I didn't know that the channel was splitting and going to the other channel,
I
but
didn't
now that
either. No one said anything.
right, and now that it did it, I mean, we can continue to talk. It doesn't matter. I didn't know that they were leaving, but I wish I would have. But if you want to come back in, anybody want to come back in, just let me know. The link is there, and let us know when you're in the holding cell.
Oh, I like to say hi to Carol. I love her accent.
I love Carol too.
Yeah, I forget her name
Carol,
on.
she declined coming up. Carol, where are you?
Well, Carol, you don't want to come back up? They're coming back. Wilma says they're coming back. Who's coming back? The other side? The other channel? Oh, yeah. We're picking up some more people.
Yep.
Let's see. Funky said he doesn't care if we move channel to channel. So, that's fine. I'm back. Willow stopped the live. So did Debbie go over? Did Betty go over to Willow's?
I don't know.
Okay. Victoria says narcissists must mirror situations to function. Kennedy's Castle says other one is a rental. Sharon says yes. Sharon says yes, hit the like. Kennedy's Castle said I have a towel on my head, so just got out of the shower. You don't have to put your face on. You could blank the video. The Desert Mermaid said Vision, click the link. Treasures by Jem says you can turn off the camera veil. Treasures by Jem, why don't you come up? People want to hear from you. They really do. And I think it might make you feel better.
But no pressure, Chelsea. No pressure.
If you did come. And like I said, you don't have to put your face up. You can just talk.
And I'm here if you want me to stay, Chelsea.
Bucky says we're all back on this channel now.
Well, Carol's backstage.
Okay, Carol's backstage, Funky, if you can let her in. DK said, I would come on, but my audio is not working. Oh, I'm sorry, DK.
We'll give it a try.
Treasures by Jeff said, okay, good. I'm happy you're coming.
Oh, Chelsea!
And you can hold her hand there.
Yes. I promise. I normally, when I see her, I scream her name, Idaho Gem. I'll save everyone their eardrums.
Carol, I know you were here before. So who's in here now? Who's Arlo? Oh, that's you. Susie's here. Susie's back. Mevo's here. Me. Elfin's here. JDA's here. Okay. So Funky, can you let Carol in? Funky. Well, let me see. Okay. There's let's see. I hit the link to add me. Who's here now? I can't see.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, there's Carol and there's Chelsea.
Oh,
Yay!
Chelsea!
Idaho Gem!
All right, Chelsea.
I'm trying to cover my face.
How are you feeling?
We got to chant, we love Chelsea, we love Chelsea, we love Chelsea.
I don't know how to cover my face. I don't see an option.
Oh, no, you don't need to.
On the bottom where the microphone is, there's a microphone. There's a little arrow up, and there's a camera. Just hit camera, and it'll turn it off.
Chelsea, if I could figure it out, anyone can.
DK said, where's the link? Funky put the link up again. Kennedy's Castle said, Chelsea, tell your story. She had no problem talking about Vegas to everyone.
Hang on a second. I got a friend in the background. I want to make sure she's watching it on another site. I want to make sure. Can you still hear my friend? She muted herself. It's I won't say who she is, but it's definitely not who, no.
Is
no.
that Chelsea?
It's somebody else.
Is that
Yeah, that's
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
No. Hi, Val.
Hi, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
You call me.
I'm so sorry, Val, for your loss, honey. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know. You call me, though. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
Alvin says, Treasures by Jem, you are used to being on camera, so no worry.
I'm used to being on camera. It is true.
And you're tech savvy, too.
I'm ish.
Yeah, but out of all of us, Chelsea, was so abused by this woman.
And I can't, I can't discuss it now. And Carrie knows. I talked to Carrie about it earlier. But
You could hear the pain in her voice. I mean,
Oh,
this
I
woman needs to
can
be
hear
stopped.
the pain in her voice. It's terrible. It's awful what this woman has done to people. And she's, there's something wrong with her to do this to people. You do not treat people like this for your own advancement. There's something wrong with you. And if she ever listens to this, Niche, go get yourself checked into somewhere and get yourself treated, because
I
you're an
think she
awful
likes
made
this.
my
person.
video.
I think she likes the drama. I don't think that this hurts her. I think she pretends to be hurt, and I laugh when she just said she doesn't want to retaliate and say anything because what would Jesus do? Well, I could tell you that Jesus wouldn't have did the shit that she did before she's asking what would Jesus do. I mean, come on,
It's so funny how she'll talk about Jesus, but then she'll get on the phone with one of us and drop F-bombs left and right.
Yeah, and drink her 12-pack of White Claws.
You got
and
it.
rob people, rip them off, burn them. Jesus wouldn't do all that. So why say you're not going to retaliate? She can't retaliate because how many times can you be the victim when all these people are coming forward?
There has to be more. There has to be.
Well, I will tell you
emailed.
guys that this is such a crazy story. So when I started my job in Arizona, I actually worked with a lady, and I told her about the niche lady. She's like, the niche lady? She's like, her name's Danny Ackerman, right? And I was like, yeah, how do you know her? I wasn't